What is up, guys? CAG here to talk to you about what the am I talking about? What is up, guys? Here to talk to you about The Walking Dead Season 3, when it will be released, a little bit about the Michonne miniseries, what to expect, and what will happen in Season 3. Will it be an older Clementine? Who are the characters? Who will she be around? All of that. Okay, let's get started. Season 3 will be released this year, 2016. On Telltale Games blog, they have posted, quote unquote, "We expect 2016 to be our biggest year for The Walking Dead we have ever had." That's a big quote for them. And about the Michonne miniseries, there will be 3 episodes in that series. The first episode being released February 23rd, the second will follow in March, and the conclusion in April. So I'm guessing the Michonne miniseries is going to be about her time at sea. The last time we saw Michonne in the comic books, she went off to live at the kingdom with a guy named Ezekiel. Ezekiel was actually the king of the kingdom, and he wanted Michonne to rule with him as his queen, and Michonne accepts, and that's the last time the reader of the comic books, if you just watch the show, that's fine, but in the comics, the comic book readers see Michonne before that huge jump in time. Rick is an old man now. He's not that old, but he's about probably in his 40s, looks like, or late 30s. He is crippled because of what happened. I don't want to say any spoilers. I'm trying to avoid them. But he is crippled. I'm not going to tell you what happened, but yes, there was a huge jump in time in the comic books. I read on a thread earlier, Carl should be about 13, but that's kind of hard to believe. I mean, there was a jump in time about 4 years. But Carl, in the comics, he looks about at least 16. I'll say he's about 16 or 17 years old. Seeing that he did actually lose his virginity to a girl named Lydia. You'll come to see that later. This is so far ahead compared to the show in where the Telltale Games left off with Clementine. This is so far ahead. So all these spoilers I'm saying or trying to avoid may not even matter, but I think it's best that I don't ruin the show for you, because 2 weeks ago, when the Walking Dead TV show continued with season 6, and Carl got his eye shot out, everybody else was watching with me. I was like, oh my god, is he dead? And I'm just sitting there like, well, I knew that was gonna happen. Wow, I guess this kind of sucks. So I think it's best I avoid them. But get this, if I am right about Carl being between the age of 16 or 17 years old, he was, before the time jump, he was 9 years old. That makes 7 or 8 years time jump. And that means Clementine's potential age will be about 18 or 19 years old. Or I mean, they can make her younger if they would like, but she could be 18 or 19 years old is the highest age she could be. So that's going to be exciting to see what she's going to look like, how badass she's going to be in season 3. Really excites me. It's going to be crazy. And knowing that there's going to be a time jump in season 3 makes it very difficult to predict what's going to happen to Clementine. I mean, no matter what ending you chose in season 2, it's going to all end up the same way. I mean, you could have left with Kenny. Kenny's alive. Kenny's dead. You killed him. You left with Jane, or you just left everybody and you're alone. If you let the family in at that one place at Carver's camp, it doesn't matter. All I know is that AJ probably will be with you. I can say that. That's the only real prediction that can really happen. But because of that time jump, you really can't predict what all is going to happen. I mean, they could start it off with oh, Clementine, here's your ending you chose. Oh, and then something like happens, and then there's the time jump right after that event happens. Like you stay in Wellington, some like people take over, Clementine and AJ escape, and then like say like 4 or 5 years later, oh, then there's the time jump. It's just like in the beginning of season 2, where you start off, Clementine starts off still 9 years old. You're with Krista and Omid, and Omid gets shot and dies, and then it says, what was it, like 16 months later. It's just like that. I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen, except it's going to be some years later, maybe. They can do whatever they want with it. It's very hard to predict what's going to happen. I just hope it's going to be amazing. It's going to be all new characters because everyone's dead. I mean, Kenny's going to die somehow. That's probably going to happen. If you chose that ending, that's going to be the start of season 3 for you. If they don't do the time jump automatically. If you're with Jane, something bad happens to Jane probably. I mean, Jane really didn't die if you think about it. She doesn't die at least unless you let Kenny kill her. Yeah, she's dead. Jane is going to die. Okay, yeah. Okay, but the only person that's still alive, one of the originals, is Lily. Or Krista maybe still be alive as well. I know in the comic books, Lily is the one that killed Carver. Not Carver, but the governor. Yeah, she just shot him after she shot Lori and Lori's baby, Carl and Carl's sister. And Krista, no one knows where she is. She may make an appearance in season 3. I don't know, but the best prediction I can make right now is that Clementine is probably gonna be in a group, probably already friends because of the time jump. She may be even in charge of that group since being raised in the apocalypse. I mean, she has so much potential. Like all her life, she's been having to take orders from someone else or following someone else's lead or rule. Maybe she's gonna get the chance to make those big decisions that she deserves. So that's what I'm hoping for. I mean, it's not like I'm gonna sit here and act like, oh, this is what's gonna happen in The Walking Dead. It's gonna be like this and this and this, and then because the honest truth is I don't know what's gonna happen. I mean, Telltale Games made it very clear on their blog that they're not gonna release any information about season 3 until after the Michonne series is over, which it ends in April. So it's in like 2 months from now, 2 or 3 months. So yeah, so in like 2 or 3 months, expect some more information on season 3. But until then, there's not a chance, because all they keep saying about season 3 is that it's a very big year for The Walking Dead. Very big year for The Walking Dead. Very big year. Biggest year ever. That's all they keep saying. So there's literally no information on season 3. But let me just bring this up right now. Lee is not coming back. Lee is gone, okay? And for those of you out there hoping somehow he'll return, make an appearance, or maybe he'll make an appearance, but Lee is gone, okay? I'm sorry. We were all sad, but it's time to move on, okay? It's time to move on. It's sad. Luke is not coming back either. Those that have died are dead, okay? It's very sad, yes, but the dead are dead. They're not coming back. I just want you guys to understand that. Yes, I wish Lee could come back. I wish Luke can come back too, but they're gone. Those that are left are Lily. Krista is a possibility. Bonnie. But screw her. I hate her because what he did to freaking Clementine. Arvo. Screw him too. He shot Clementine. But it was kind of a blessing in disguise because we got to see Lee again, of course, in the little dream. And who else is alive? What was his name? Mark? Was that? No, that's not his name. I forget his name, but the other guy. Yeah. So, the only people that are still alive. And back to the Michonne miniseries. I think it's going to be set after her and Ezekiel have this falling out. Because I know that in the comics book, she said that they weren't together anymore. And it was kind of awkward between the two when they met up again after she got off the boat. Because she was apparently a fisherman, or she was at sea with a crew. She was basically like a pirate now. So I think that's what the miniseries is going to be about. That in between that time, she left with Ezekiel and then she came back. So that's about like between 4 or 8 years time. So that's a lot of time. So it could be a pretty cool story. I know we don't know a lot about her background. We know she has children. She had children in the past. She had a husband. Of course, we know that her samurai sword was actually her neighbor's. So it's gonna be pretty interesting to see how she thinks, so like what makes her her, and pretty excited about it. So yeah, that's the video. So thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe. Really excited about season 3. I'm gonna be playing the Michonne mini-series on my channel as well, so make sure you tune in for that. Thanks for watching, and make sure you like the video. Out.